Here are some reasons why, as a salesperson, you should continue to study. Hi, my name is Rob Spence, the Managing Director of Paragon Sales Solutions. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Sales Snippet. If you've never watched one of these before, these come out every Wednesday. So please do like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with them. Effectively, they are a 4 to 5 minute sales training session. They are business motivation, and they are intended to help you make more sales. Now, you'll see conveniently a big pile of sales books piled up to my right. And the reason for this is because I'm a big believer that when working in sales, you should continue to study and to continue to learn and to continue to develop yourself to become the best person possible. I believe the big issue with sales as an industry is the fact that it's completely unregulated and you do not need any qualifications to get into it. Of course, that's a benefit. It's a great job for anyone to have. However, what it allows for is bad practices to be picked up and people to naturally have a skill at selling or naturally believe they have a skill at selling, and then they run with it and then they get lazy, they become complacent, they don't continue to develop themselves, and so over time their development and their whole career progression will just plateau. I don't want that, and you don't want that. And that's why I'm a big believer that salespeople, whether you're a telemarketer, whether you are a field sales rep, whether you're an inbound, sales call taker, whatever, you should study sales. Now, if you've watched any of the sales snippets before or watched any of my work, I'm a big believer in the power of books. I think reading is one of the key things that any salesperson should do. Of course, reading isn't for anyone, and there's some great resources out there which you can tap into. Podcasts, Audible is a great way to listen to some ebooks. Obviously, YouTube videos such as this will help you to continue your development. No matter what mode of learning you take, the key point is this: you should continue to study, you should continue to learn. You can't just start working sales at 18 and just try and blag a career for the next 40, 50, maybe even 60 years. Books, podcasts, audiobooks, webinars, they are full of useful hints, tips, advice, support, ideas, stories that should, in theory, motivate you, inspire you, and give you new ways to look at doing things. So I have here in the Paragon Sales Solutions office some of my favourite sales books and sales guides, and if you've watched any of the sales snippets recently in any of the videos, you'd have seen that I'm going to do a series soon on some of my favourite sales books and review them for you so that you can find the right book that will suit you and your situation, your career, whatever it is you are selling. So we've got anything from some good authors like Jeffrey Gitomer. He was one of my favourite sales authors to begin with. I think he was sort of like the third or fourth sales book I ever read. Of course, I've written my own or authored some of my own books, The Paragon Mindset, Relationship Selling, and my third book, A Month to Improve Your Sales, is out later on in 2020, so do keep your eyes peeled. Some other great books I would thoroughly recommend. Oh, this is a great one actually. Selling the Wheel by a guy called Jeff Cox. Now, the good thing about this sales guide is, and I will review this in my upcoming series, so please do subscribe to the channel. A lot of sales books go through phases within them where the author just waffles on about how good they are and how successful they are and why you should buy their next £1,000, master course or whatever. Selling the Wheel is actually a fictional story which looks at different sales types and different sales techniques. So it actually reads as a story, as a novel, and it's all about a guy who invented the wheel and using different types of salespeople to go on and sell it. Honestly, probably one of the best books. It took me no time, although it's a thick book. I was so engrossed in it, it didn't take long at all. Of course, Zig Ziglar. We all know who Zig Ziglar is, probably one of the greatest sales trainers. And this, the first sales book I ever read and my most favourite, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I don't think there's a salesperson out there who's never read it or at least heard of it. Like I said, I will review these on the upcoming series, so please do subscribe to the channel. But to come back to the main point of this video, and the final point, I guess, is study. As a salesperson, make sure you study and invest in yourself. Personally, I don't care how you do it, and it's entirely up to you what works best for you. Sure, go and read some books, watch some webinars, listen to some audiobooks. Even if you take the best performing salesperson at your company, take them to dinner and just digest every bit of advice, help and support that they give you. That is far better than just sitting there and trying to blag yourself through a sales career. So what do you think? Should as salespeople be studying? Should we be wasting our time reading books and digesting information? Or should we be out and about actually selling? Or am I wrong? Let me know. My email address is at the bottom of the screen now, rob@paragonsalesolutions.co.uk. Thank you so much for watching this week's Sales Snippet. As mentioned, please do like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube or IGTV, please do like, share it as far and wide as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, all the best.